Hey guys, welcome back to Minecraft. This is my realms. My name is Miniquinn. This is 1.18, and if you remember in the last episode, we built the raid farm, and in testing out the raid farm, and the raid farm design it's an amalgamation between Silent Whispers and JC Plays, but the killing area, the Trident killing area, is designed by JC Plays. We also kind of chained in the switch that not only activated the Pillager Captain kill chamber at the same level as you can activate the raid kill chamber. And it turns out while I was AFKing there, I didn't have one of the blocks mob proofed, and a raid with a Ravager spawned in right in front of my eyes, killed me. I tried to get my stuff back, but I couldn't find it. I lost everything. The only thing I didn't lose was my chest plate because I had it off at the time, but I was wearing my Elytra. So I lost my Elytra. I didn't have any spares. And so I had to go back to the end, and I had to raid a couple of end cities. But I did get a lot of good stuff. So I found 2 end cities with ships. So I was able to get an Elytra and a backup Elytra, which is good. And I got all this, all really, really wicked good. I found some diamonds. I got some really good tools and armor, diamond armor. So that's a plus. And then I got a whole bunch of iron equipment that I'm probably going to give to my friend HB because he wears iron armor. So I just want to let you guys know that I do have an Elytra now. And if you notice, also too, in the previous episode, I'm switching back and forth between me and Steve because for some reason, whenever I set my character customization, when I log back on, I'm Steve again. And I was man Steve for a while, then I was female Steve for a while, and I didn't bother setting my customizations character customizations, because every time I log back on, I was back to being Steve again. So I stayed Steve for a while, but I decided not to. I decided to put my character customizations back on. And if you notice, the hair is in a bun. So we've got our hair in a bun. It's not in the usual ponytail. And that's because we've got some serious business to do today. So we have to make a sorting system for our raid farm. So let's pack up everything. Let's get our brand new Elytra on. Before we go, though, to the raid farm, we do need to make a stop at the trading farm because I do need to get unbreaking and mending for my Elytra. And we'll go ahead and we'll make that pit stop before we head out to the raid farm. All right, see you in a few. Hey guys, welcome back. So we've got, as you guys know in previous episodes, we do have the raid farm. It's all constructed and set. It's ready to go. It runs. There's a glitch, and I'll explain that at the end of the video, and I'll tell you how we're going to fix the glitch. But it is with that redstone chain that chains the switch for the kill chamber down below the raid captain kill chamber. It chains a switch all the way up to where we AFK on that leaf platform. And we're having a problem with mobs spawning on that redstone. So we'll probably fix it. I said I would tell you what the glitch is later, but I'll just tell you now. We're probably going to fix it. And the only way I know how to fix it, HB and I were here. We were running the raid farm. We saw a raid spawn on the redstone. And I can't put a leaf block above it to protect it. Because I've got redstone on top of a block. And then below that, I have a redstone torch. So I think the only way to fix it is to remove it. So I think what we're going to do after we do our sorting system is we're probably going to have to, we will. We're going to remove that redstone chain all the way down, and we're just going to put the switch at the base right next to the kill chamber for the captains. And then we're just going to have to switch on that switch and then climb all the way up to the top and then stand at our AFK platform up above. It's not a big deal. Not a huge sacrifice. So, but just FYI, if you are doing the JC Plays method and you do chain that redstone all the way up to the top and you are in survival mode, just be careful because the raid could still spawn on top of all that redstone. So just FYI. Okay, so let's get down to business. So we have to put in a sorting system today. So I did clean out the bottom and I put a bunch of leaves down. And I just made some room for us to put our sorting system in. And this sorting system is going to be based on, it's going to be an amalgamation of 2 systems. The first system is going to be a stackable sorting system or a sorting system for stackable items. It's going to be based on Silent Whisper's sorting system a little bit. I am going to modify it just a bit. It's going to be similar to the same system that we put in HB's Gold Farm. And then what I'm going to do, so there's going to be 3 stages, and I have them outlined. I had to do a flow chart just so I can make sure that I got my stuff straight. So the first portion of the system is going to be a sorting system for stackables. And I'm not going to sort everything. I know we get sticks, I know we get sugar, but some stuff we just don't need and I don't care about. I don't care about empty bottles. I don't care about collecting sugar. I don't care about collecting sticks. So, and eventually that's going to filter. We'll filter that all the way to the end into a waste chest, and then eventually we'll probably just dump it into a garbage system like lava. The second step, so after we construct our stackable sorting chain, and then everything else that we don't ask the system to sort will fall into a chest, right? We'll go into an overflow chest at the end of the system, and then from there, I want to put on a potions filter. So we'll add a potions filter at that point. So then now everything that we don't sort from the stackable system, all the potions will be pulled out. Everything else will go into a collection system. And then from there, we're going to put in what I'm going to call an armor stand filter. And what that'll do is that'll filter out anything that can go on an armor stand, which is basically armor and crossbows. And then it's going to leave everything else behind. It'll leave anything that we didn't sort in the stackable sorting chain, and it'll leave your totems of undying and your enchanted books behind. Now that armor stand, the potions filter and the armor stand filter, I did get from Rocket Builder. So Rocket Builder, and I'll link his website to my homepage, or I'll link his YouTube page to my homepage. So it is from a Minecraft builder. His name again is Rocket Builder. So those two are going to be inspired by his system. So it's not going to be exactly the same as the system that he has, but I did get inspiration from it. I will take portions of it. It's just going to be my own interpretation. That's all. So that's it, guys. A lot of talking. So we got a lot of work to do. So let's get down to business. Okay, everybody, so we have the stackable sorting system. It's a pretty simple system. We've got it in place. And if you notice, I only have 4 chests, even though we know we have more than 4 stackable drops from mobs from a raid farm. The only ones that I am truly interested in are emeralds, redstone, gunpowder, and glowstone. So everything else, like I said, sticks, empty bottles, sugar, it's all gonna flow past our stackable system into our overflow, and then hopefully from there it'll flow itself into a final junk chest, or maybe into a dropper that just gets spit out into a lava pit, which I think I'll probably do that. So but first phase in, and it's working well. I can walk around and kind of show you. So it's pretty much just your basic, simple, stackable sorting system. You know, there's nothing really fancy to this. It's just the redstone torch, and then there's a repeater here, and then there's redstone on top of these blocks, powering a comparator that's powering a hopper, and inside each hopper I have 41 of whatever I want to filter, and then I have 4 filler blocks in here. So pretty much no fuss, no muss sorting system. And so we'll go ahead and we'll get to that potion filter. That's going to be a little trickier because I've never built one before. But like I said, I did watch a tutorial, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get started on it. Hopefully it'll work. All right, guys, a little change of plans. Unfortunately, I could not get Rocket Builder. It was Rocket Builder, correct? Yes, I could not get his potion filtration system working at all. I struggled with it. It could have been my fault. Maybe I didn't put my redstone down properly. I tried to understand the logic of it, and I couldn't get it. So I had to pivot. I did find another one by Kieran Job. J-O-B. I believe that's how she pronounces her name, Kieran Job. And I'll put a link to her channel in my home, in my homepage. So her potion brewing stand was a little more understandable and a little simpler to follow. So if you want a potion filtration system, go to Kieran Job, J-O-B. And I'll show you what I did. It's really simple. So everything from the stackable item system that's not going to get filtered down. Now the bonus is her system, Kieran's system, will actually sort stackable and non-stackable items, will filter right through the system, and it'll only pull out, it'll actually pull out potions, and it'll pull out empty water bottles. So that's a plus. I know I don't need them, but if they're going to sort them out, I'll take them. So everything that passes through the stackable item system, which is not what we, emeralds, gunpowder, redstone, and glowstone powder, is going to end up here in this overflow chest. And then this overflow chest becomes the input chest for this dropper. And so anything, so there is a bunch of redstone back here. Again, go watch her video. It's pretty simple to watch, and it's easy to follow. But basically, there's a hopper chain underneath. So coming out of the dropper, there's a hopper going into this hopper, feeding into that hopper, feeding into this, where everything that doesn't filter through, or everything that's not a potion, gets put. So this now becomes our new overflow chest here, and this will become our potion chest. So, and I can demonstrate for you. So let me put some items. I'll put just an assortment of items. So this, and a potion. It is a little slow, but I don't think this farm is going to go fast enough for it to get clogged up. So I'm not worried about that. And I don't think I'll be running it that long. I mean, that's why I've only put one chest down on each item sorter. I don't think I'm going to be running this thing longer. If I need to add additional chests under these, I will, and it'll be easy. It's nothing more than adding a second set of double chests, and then a hopper feeding into those chests, you know, from back here. So expanding the system is simple. So if you notice, the redstone is working, so everything's kind of ticking away. And on this side, you're going to see all of our non-potion items get filtered over here. And then in this chest, our potion will get filtered over here. So it works really well. So I'm very pleased with that. Next up on our system is I'm going to take, so from this secondary overflow system, we're going to go ahead and build Rocket Builder's armor stand filter. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that next. So, and that'll be our third part. So once we get that up and running, this whole system's ready to go. And we'll fire her up, and we'll see how the sorting system does. Okay, I can't wait. I've got one more filtration system to set up, and I'll meet you back here, and we'll run the farm, see how we'll spawn proof everything, and then we'll run the farm and see how well our sorting system does. Hey guys, while I came back from the raid farm because I had to get some supplies, and the raid farm is done, and we'll go ahead and showcase that here in just a minute. But when I came back, I bumped into the wandering trader, and he was selling the new Mangrove Propagules. And I bought some, and I planted them, and you can see them. I bone milled them, and you can see them over my shoulders here. But they're absolutely, the mangrove trees are absolutely beautiful. And I just kind of wanted to show them to you. So I planted them over here where the water was shallow. I don't think it makes a big difference. You know, obviously you can't plant them in the, you know, the deep of the ocean. But one thing I want to show you is that, so these are the mangrove propagules. So not only does the tree, when the tree grows, you get vines, you get these roots, these mangrove roots, and then you get the mangrove wood, which is that beautiful beetroot red. You get the mangrove leaves, but you also get these guys, and these guys are called propagules. And basically what they are is they're baby mangrove trees. And so I bought 3 of them from the wandering trader, and I went ahead and I planted them in this shallow water. And then I went ahead and bone mealed them, and boom, it grows into a mature mangrove tree. And you also get moss carpet. So you get mangrove roots, moss carpet, vines, moss leaves, mangrove leaves, mangrove wood. But then you also get these additional propagules, and they have growth stages. But if you bone meal them all the way to their final stage, you can actually harvest them, and they'll make another mangrove tree. And I don't know if you can just knock them or if you need silk touch. I'm gonna knock it with silk touch just to make sure, but But you can get, you know, and there's another one up there, and there's another one up there. But you can get more of these propagules, and you can just kind of make yourself your own mangrove grove, or, you know, mangrove farm. You know, you can harvest this. But look how beautiful these trees are. They're just absolutely amazing. Here, we've got to run over to the other side. They just literally dwarf these birch trees. But if we make it over to the other side of the river, we'll kind of maybe get a better view. There, look at that. Isn't that absolutely incredible? So these are the new mangrove trees with a 1.19 update. I just wanted to showcase them for you in today's episode because I took a break from the raid farm sorting system because I just wanted to show you how gorgeous they were. And I think I lucked out that I bumped into a wandering trader that was selling the propagules. So that's it. So we'll go ahead and get back to the raid farm, and I'll meet you back there, and we'll showcase the last. I did finish the last sorting system, which was the armor stand sorting system. And so let's go ahead and head back to the raid farm, and we'll showcase that, and we'll call it a day. Okay, guys, we're back at the raid farm, and the sorting system is complete. I put in the last portion, which is the armor stand filter, and it's working pretty good. What we can do is we'll run it for a bit, and we'll build up some inventory, and then I'll show you how the sorting system, the armor stand sorting system works. The other thing that you'll notice is I forgot to put in, on the stackable sorting system, I forgot to put in a spot for arrows, and I know HB had asked for arrows because he says he uses arrows a lot. So I went ahead and I added that to the first tier here. So I added arrows in the stackable sorting system, and then I finished off with the armor stand filter system here. And let's go ahead and run it. Let's run the raid system, and I'll probably run it for about 5 or 10 minutes just to get a good inventory. And then from there, I'll show you how the armor stand sorting system works. But you'll also notice that I removed that redstone chain. It was a redstone chain that we had that that chained this switch here that started the, I'll show you, it's this one here. This switch starts the kill chamber for the villager captain so that we can get the bad omen. We had it with redstone. We had it chained all the way up to our AFK area up there. But the problem is it allowed, for whatever reason, it allowed mobs to spawn. So I removed it. And now all I have to do now is just come down here, turn this switch on, get that started. Now I have bad omen, and then I climb my scaffolding up to the raid farm proper. It'll kick off a raid. I'll put my helmet on just in case something happens. And then I'll turn on my kill chamber for my raid, and I'll just stand here at the AFK center with my looting 3 sword. So I'll do this for about 5 minutes, and then I'll meet you down, back down at the sorting system, and I'll show you how the armor filtration system works. Okay, guys, I ran the system for a bit, and we should have built up enough stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and run you through the sorting system, and we'll start from the beginning just for a recap. So heading over to our Pillager Captain kill chamber. So our Pillager Captain kill chamber is right here. And then I have a hopper minecart going into a hopper into a dispenser, a dropper. And then the dropper is kicking out all the drops into this water stream, and it's collecting here in this hopper here. Now all of our drops from the raid farm are going into the second hopper here, but both of them are chained together so that they're both going into the same sorting system. So this hopper collects the drops from our Pillager Captain kill chamber, and then this hopper collects the drops from our raid farm. So they go into this collecting system, this barrel. And then from here, everything gets funneled through our stackable sorting system, starting with arrows and then redstone. So everything that's stackable that we have asked the system to pull out, it will pull out first, right? Glowstone and then the emeralds. And then from there, everything that's not pulled out through this system, this initial stackable system here, goes into this overflow chest here. And you see, though, that that's hooked up to a hopper that goes to that is a dispenser. So this system, this is our potion sorting system. And so what this dispenser does is this dispenser will then, anything that's a potion or an empty bottle, it'll put in this double chest over here. And then anything that's not will go into the second overflow system here. So you see, this is all of our stuff. It's stackable, not stackable, but it's nothing that we've asked the system to pull out. I mean, it's everything that we did not ask the system to pull out. So everything that we asked the system to pull out, emeralds, glowstone, gunpowder, redstone, arrows, and bottles and potions have been pulled out. Everything else gets funneled to here. Now, that's our non-stackable sorting system, our armor stand sorting system. So how this works is there is a dropper. It's a dropper. Yeah, I think it's a dropper, and it's hooked up to the hopper. So there's a hopper coming out of this overflow chest here, and it's going into a dropper. And then this dropper is wired with a pressure plate and a piston. And what we'll do is in this barrel here, I have armor stands. And so what I'll do is I'll stand here and I'll actually put an armor stand against this piston. Once it hits the plate, the pressure plate, the dropper will dispense anything that can be hooked to an armor stand, armor, weapons, and the armor stand will then flow along this water stream into this kill chamber, quote unquote, this mini kill chamber where there's a piston and then there's a another trident, and it's activated with this switch here. And then as soon as I activate it, it's going to break down the armor stand. So everything that can fit onto an armor stand, meaning armor and weapons, will drop here. Everything else will drop here. So everything else that we have not asked the system to sort will drop here. And that should be sugar, might be enchanted books, and then totems of undying. So those should end up here. So I'll demonstrate that for you right now. So we've got a pretty full chest. So what I'll do is I'll stand here and I'll just put my armor stands against this piston. But once they hit the pressure plate, they'll activate the piston and they'll come out with something on them, see, that an armor stand can hold, right? And then once they get into that kill chamber, I activate that trident killer and it'll break down the armor stands. And the armor stands and everything will get, the armor, weapons, armor stands will get sucked down into that hopper and they'll get placed into this double chest over here. So let's go ahead and continue. I have a stack of armor stands, so we'll just go ahead and we'll continue to set these down. It is a slow process, but at least it separates everything out. I mean, the longest that you have to wait is just for the retraction of the piston. So I'll go ahead and I'll do this, and then I'll meet you back here once we get all the items sorted in the chest. Okay, guys, so we put down our armor stands. We broke our armor stands using the trident killer here. Everything that was the armor stands and everything that was on the armor stands got sucked into that hopper, into these two double chests below us. So you see here that overflow system is now empty. And if we come over here to these double chests, this is all our armor stands items, including our armor stands. So what we'll want to do is, whenever we reset the system, is we'll want to grab our armor stands out, and then we just want to go ahead and put them back in the barrel for the next player who uses this system. And then if you come down here to these double chests, this is all of our stuff that can't fit onto an armor stand. So this is going to be our sugar, our enchanted books, and then our illager banners. So what we then can do is we can actually take anything that's flammable, and I might have to take make a couple of trips, but let's see if we can't get out everything that can burn in a furnace. So everything that can burn in a furnace, we'll go ahead and I'll move this furnace system over to the other side so it's a little more convenient. But I set up this furnace system, so I have a burning source, a fuel source input, and then I have a smelting source input. So all I have to do now is just go ahead and put anything that's flammable or anything that can burn into our input, and the illager banners can burn. They're a source of fuel. And then I can grab all of that armor, because all of this stuff is just useless, right? It's just junk. That cleans out this system. And then I can take all of this armor, put it into the furnace input, which you can see I've done already because I have run this system to test it. And then all of this, this armor will then get smelted into iron nuggets. So now we have a source of iron nuggets. So not only do we now have a source of arrows, redstone, gunpowder, glowstone powder, emeralds, totems of undying, enchanted books, sugar, we now have a source of iron nuggets, which we can then convert into ingots. And that's it. That is, I mean, I think it's pretty successful. I think we did a good job. I think it's ready to go. Yeah, so you can come here and we can run it, and we can get, mostly, I think the big item is just the totems of undying, but the gunpowder is a benefit, and the redstone is a benefit, since we use quite a bit of that in our build. So that's it, guys. Job well done. We're going to call this one finished, and I hope you enjoyed this content. As always, leave a like, please. It helps the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Next up is I will showcase a trip that HB and I took into the end. So we did go ahead and we did go into the end, and we raided a few more end cities, and we got some good footage from that. So stay tuned for that. That'll come out next. But otherwise, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.